Hey, what's up, you guys? I just wanted to make a follow-up video to yesterday's video because there was something that I'm realizing as I'm actually going through, again, more like comments and stuff, and that is that, I don't want to misrepresent the situation, right? Do I think that all of a sudden everybody in the beauty community is super woke and they're a bunch of social justice warriors who actually know what the hell they're talking about and why they're so offended by Laura Lee's tweets? No. Some of these people are just Jeffree stans, and they are relishing in the destruction, and they're relishing in the taking down of Laura Lee. Are they so mad and so hype about the actual racism in the comments? I don't... Maybe? Yeah. I mean, I can't speak for... I don't know. My dog agrees. I can't really speak for them, right? Because I don't know. One moment, my dog is having a dog anxiety attack. This is what happens when doggy loses treats under the couch. So yeah, is everybody a social justice warrior and they all of a sudden care about people of color and their lived experience? Probably not. At least not 100%, right? So we can talk about exploitation, but I think we would know what I would say. And what I want to do instead is I want to say to you that if you do not fully understand the repercussions of Laura Lee having tweeted this back when she did, right, independent of what this is doing with Jeffree Star, how this plays with any of the drama, you need to do a little bit of work on yourself and your understanding of what's been going on here. It's probably time for you to actually read through the comments, especially comments of people who have these lived experiences, right? And to understand why this is so impactful and to understand why we're becoming more intolerant of racism, right? Because having those conversations, having difficult conversations, leaning into the discomfort, finding your place in the conversation, which often is to just listen, I'll get to that in a second, is incredibly necessary in a time like this because of the cultural context that I referenced in yesterday's video. We need to start educating ourselves. We need to start understanding things and getting over the fact that we're uncomfortable with it, right? And I'm not talking about people who are people of color and people who have lived with this kind of awareness. Like, this has existed forever. Like, this has existed for a long time now. This is nothing new for people that have been targeted because of the color of their skin, and because of their race and ethnicity. I've always had diverse friend groups. I've always been afforded the opportunity to be challenged and to be uncomfortable. And yes, that is a good opportunity. And we have to take advantage of opportunities like that. So I've had these conversations. I want to continue having these conversations. You do have a place in these conversations. I don't want you to feel like you cannot have conversations because you have white privilege or because you have never lived this. But you have to be mindful that primarily you need to listen. I've been in rooms with people who talk over the people who have the experience, and they're just like, this is my view as a white person, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, listen though. Listen before you speak. Gather information before you offer information. And if you are challenged, and if somebody tells you something contrary to what you thought previously, take that in. Take that in. Don't get defensive. I think that's the problem. Everybody gets defensive, and they feel like they're going to have someone jump down their throat. No. If you engage in respectful discourse and you approach it with a sense of, I have many things to learn, I am humble, I think that your interactions will be pleasant. I think that they will be informative. I've been on both sides of things, right? So I'm a Latina, but I am a very white Latina, and I have white privilege. I mean, it's not even a question. If you look at me, I have white privilege. So I've always tried to find a place in the conversation that I belong in. I know that's something I struggled with, so I know that people struggle with that. Do I have something to contribute? Should I keep my mouth shut? Again, these are uncomfortable things, but in order for us to grow as people, we have to do the uncomfortable things. So I encourage you to go out there and do some uncomfortable things, have some uncomfortable the uncomfortable conversations. If you are enraged by Laura Lee's tweets, but you don't quite know why, this is a good opportunity for you. You are staring something very ugly in the face. You are staring something much bigger than this drama and this bullshit in the face. You're staring down a huge problem that we have in this country. So if your visceral reaction is to be disgusted, great. Let's capitalize on that. Let's go with that. Go with that feeling and learn from it. Yes, there are nuances here. There are considerations that we have to make. And yeah, I don't think that all beauty fans and gurus that are commenting are all of a sudden woke. We have a long way to go.